Now, producer Victoria is just going to nip in and get Anne-Marie Trevelyan, who is the Trade Secretary, mic'd up. So if you want to have a quick chat to her, because what's really interesting now is this number of MPs, this scale that was above what the party was really hoping to see, 148. That means that the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks are going to be really difficult for the Prime Minister. We saw a hint of that today. He was talking in the 1922 committee about a potential announcement on tax cuts, about focusing on policy going forward. But I think things are going to get very difficult for him now. And Anne-Marie Trevelyan joins us here. Anne-Marie Trevelyan, you are the Trade Secretary. You're in Boris Johnson's cabinet. How does it feel tonight to know that many of your own MPs don't support him?
So I'm glad that we are the other side of the vote. I know that the Prime Minister spent all day listening to those colleagues who had those concerns, and he will have heard from them where those areas of policy were that they feel he needs to focus on. And as you say, there are some really big areas of policy that we want to drive forwards, both in the energy revolution, infrastructure investment, but really importantly, tackling the cost of living crisis and making sure that we bring forward policies that make a difference to all our constituents day in, day out. There is so much to do. Obviously, we were elected on a very broad manifesto in 2019, the challenges of COVID and the emergency situation that we had to deal with. And the Prime Minister led not only the UK in delivering a vaccine, but the world in finding solutions, demonstrating that he has that incredible capacity to push through in really hard situations. I know that tomorrow morning he will be drawing together all those thoughts and really putting forward a package of measures and policy direction which are going to help the UK really move forwards at pace. I'm really excited about it.
So does that mean tax cuts next week then?
I wouldn't dare speak on behalf of the Chancellor, Kate. You know that would be an absolutely death sentence for anybody, but I hope very much that we will see the Treasury looking across the piece and broadly forwards how we can drive forward what is a conservative, a clear conservative policy framework always, which is to make sure that we leave as much of our hard-earned cash in the pockets of those who've earned it. That's always been a conservative philosophy, and we need to make sure that we pay down some of the costs we've had to pick up through COVID, but I know that the Chancellor and Prime Minister will want to drive that forwards in due course.
I know that you're here in support of the Prime Minister. I know that you're going to say that he's doing the best job and that he can move forward from this, but the reality is going to be really, really difficult. Do you honestly believe that Boris Johnson can bring this fractured party back together and fight the next election?
Yes, I really do, because he has always demonstrated that when we're in really difficult circumstances where there are many, many competing forces, he has an extraordinary clarity, he has an ambition, he has a bold perspective, and he has a confidence in the British people, which is reciprocated from them. And I know that going forwards now, this vote is passed, he will want to pick all that up and drive forwards, make sure that we are delivering for all those who voted for us back in 2019.
Anne-Marie Trevelyan, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Pleasure.
So, Piers, interesting to hear the views of the Cabinet and the fact that Anne-Marie Trevelyan is saying now that Boris Johnson has the confidence of the country, but he doesn't necessarily have the confidence of all of his MPs. I think it's going to be a watch and wait and see how he makes it through the next couple of weeks.